Connecting. Hello, everyone. How are you? Good day, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Friday. We're starting exactly at 11:11. Isn't that wonderful? So we are going to take a moment and be really centered and grounded. 11:11. Fantastic. Hi everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hi Niagara. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. I'm going to have a join live with Dorsa, and let's see, we're going to read some tarot, and you guys can be as active as you wish. And we're gonna, let me see, I was gonna add Dorsa. No, I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Hi, Elnas. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, Mehrush. Dorsa Jan, would it be possible that you send me a join live, honey? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Ladan June. Happy Friday, everyone. We're gonna have an exciting live today. So this is my English Instagram, as you all know. Please write your comments. That would be grateful. Thank you, everyone. By the way, guys, hi Dorsa June.
Hi, Sylvie John.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I think I need to move back. I'm great. I just did a meditation group session healing live on my Farsi channel. And that's because I did a join live with Sarah. She's a meditation teacher. So I did a group healing, cleansing, karmic ties
I was there.
for women. Huh?
I was there. I
Were
did the
you there?
meditation too.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a major cleansing so we can realize how important it is for us as women to enter the planet Earth. And we need to be extremely cautious that we are advanced souls, that we choose to come as women on this journey. And we have to work on a lot of traumas, childhood, painful wounds, especially because a lot of us are feeling that we're not welcome here. Many times our parents feel that they would have preferred to have a different gender, a boy maybe instead of a girl. So that's a major trauma for us as women. So we have to clear out and be conscious of it daily, because there's a lot of energy of injustice. You know, men are being treated better than women. A lot of resistance, a lot of anger, a lot of shames, abandonment issues. So that was good to have a
Very
my
much
mind.
needed.
Yes. So tell us, what are we going to do today? Teach us, guide us, how we're going to read cards and tarots.
Sure. I'm just setting up my cards. We have one more deck today. Last time we had two decks, the tarot and the blind spot. I'm gonna add the present moment deck to our routine, and we could start off with a card from the present moment deck, just to start off from like a present, place of mind, just to bring us in the present moment so we can start from there.
Beautiful, beautiful. We all need that.
Yes.
That's very much needed right now.
Okay, so these are my cards from the Present Moment deck. They are actually quotes from the Power of Now book by Eckhart Tolle. So
Woo!
some of these are really helpful. Like I have one of these set up in my washroom, like in my bathroom actually. And I look at it whenever I go to the bathroom and it just brings me to the present moment. And I feel like it should be everywhere, like a message of being present, just to like you're present.
Beautiful.
Okay, so our present moment message for today is use your senses fully. Be where you are. Look around. Just look. Don't interpret. See the light, shapes, colors, textures. Be aware of the silent presence of each thing. And that brings you to the present moment.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah, because
now
I
we're gonna
noticed.
move on. Sure, go ahead.
Go ahead. Because I notice a lot of us are not really in touch with our emotional bodies, and very often we overlook when there is a sensation in one of our organs or in our body, we overlook it and we don't pay attention. And our body is constantly talking to us, communicating to us, each part of our body and all the sensations. So sometimes we are so busy with the thinking mind that we ignore the emotional body and what's going on, the senses, the feelings in my body. So that's great. We all need to pay more attention to that because so many dramas and traumas are locked in our emotional body. So
And
yeah.
if we don't process it and feel it and give it space, it's gonna manifest as an illness in our physical body. And I feel like every little illness, as little as a headache or stomach ache, it all has emotional and energetic issue. Like for example, whenever I have stomach ache, I just sit down and tune into my stomach and try to listen to its message. Like, why are you hurting? Like, what do you have? What's your message? What should I do? And then when I listen to it, I actually get the message that it actually wants me to listen to it, and that's why it's hurting because I'm not paying attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do, it just like magically fades away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all connected.
Absolutely.
Everything is connected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we're gonna move on to our tarot cards. So Sulijan, do you have any preference of like how we're gonna go about this? Like, are we gonna do different people or different zodiac signs or just in general?
I think we should have everyone to send the comments and we'll go to that. And we see, because last time we did a join live also with Doris. We didn't get, because we had so many requests coming in, please read for me, read for me. So we didn't get to finish them. So everyone who are here, you can send your questions. Mm-hmm. And
Collective message.
yeah.
Should we do a collective message for now?
Sure, that would be beautiful.
Okay.
Doris, you can join us if you wish. Let me know if you want me to also have you to join our live.
I told her that she could join us, but she's in a training right now. But she's like, she has us on beside her computer, so she's like just listening.
Okay.
But she's with us in spirit. We can feel her.
Beautiful.
Okay. A collective message for all.
Maro said me again. A Gemini. Hi Zore, welcome honey, miss you.
I feel like the collective message is that we're kind of afraid of going forward. It's kind of like we're afraid of actually doing things and achieving success and like getting where we want. We're like afraid of victory. It feels like that because this card is a symbol of victory and success, but it's in reverse now. And then we have this one, which is holding on to the coins, which coins, as we talked about last time, are a symbol of material realm and the things that we manifest into the material realm. So in this case, it could be our goals. So when I see these two cards, it means that we might be afraid of success.
Yeah.
And yeah, so why? Let me get a message of like, how can we get over it? How can we get over it? Okay. So I see this card, and in this case, I get this message that we have to stop thinking. Like this card kind of reminded me of your message, like stop thinking, silence. فکر از سکوت that you always say. It kind of reminded me of that message that like you have to silence your mind so that you can go forward. Because as long as you just like keep thinking and analyzing and like just keep thinking, nothing's gonna go forward. You just gotta like do it, silence your mind, and just know that it's gonna happen and success is yours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So right now, the energy, what I'm picking up is that so much is going on. There is this excitement somehow inside of us, right? Like I wake up, I'm really excited. So many things is happening out there. And sometimes it's like, oops, I'm standing here and looking at these selections of different cakes. Ooh, do I want to take a chocolate cake or do I want to take a cheesecake? Or if I'm going to take a cheesecake, should I take a blueberry cheesecake or a strawberry cheesecake? You know, it's like so many options because the energy of the earth and the way all the planets are playing around right now is opening up so many doors and so many opportunities, and somehow we're getting confused because too many choices is more decisions to make, and I'm like, oh, what do I want to do? So let's hold on to the feeling of excitement. Like, let's hold the excitement because that's what gives us juice and passion and energy. Yet realizing that having too many choices is actually great, and I don't have to sit in it too long to make sure that I'm making the right choice because everything is just experience. So let's just choose and just take the first one that feels good in our body and go with that.
Great message. I actually really needed to hear that. Like it doesn't need to take us anywhere specific.
Yeah.
It's all in its experience.
Yeah,
And
because
then
you
we
see,
can
Dorsa, so many of us are in we want so much out of life and we want to do so much, but the fact that we are in a stagnated energy is like we're making having so many choices, it becomes our excuse for not making any decision or make picking up a choice and go with it. So right now, what I want all of us to practice actually to go with that. Remember, there is no good choice or bad choice. All choices are good. Basically, we need to get out of this stagnated energy, start shaking ourselves. And although it's very scary to most of us because, as you know, so often we are really afraid of success. So because we're not daring and being brave enough to have success, being undecisive is becoming the excuse of not moving. And right now we need to change this stagnation energy into circulation energy. So let's just go by whatever it is. Let's just pick something and start moving to change the energy.
Exactly. And the more we think about it, it's just we're gonna, because like the thinking mind keeps popping up. Like, is this the right move? Now, okay, I'm going with this. Then what should I do? But like, as the message said, and as you said, just do it and just have trust that everything's gonna work out. Just keep doing it and face your fears, face whatever resistance you have, and just keep going. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who's up?
Let's start with Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. Okay.
I
What
love the
messages?
energy of Sagittarian. I often in pity with Sagittarius because they're so spontaneous. You know, they're a fire sign, so they move very quickly. They like changes. They have all this energy that they want to experience so many things. And for me, being a Taurian is like, I'm so boring. I can
I
move so
know.
quickly, you know?
I know exactly what you're talking about because most of my friends are either Taurians or Sagittarius. So I know the duality of both of them. Like the Sagittarius ones are like so fiery, like they want to travel all the time, like they want to
Uh-huh.
like jump from one decision to another. But
Yeah.
like the Taurians, like they stick with their choice and like as I told you, like they're the most grounded and like,
Mhm.
but it's beautiful having them around me, both of them. It's like, it's a really good balanced energy.
Okay, Zore, Scorpio is next. Coming up. Let's
Okay,
let's
message for Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarians. I feel like you guys are in so much inner conflict with yourself. I feel like this is the theme for our live right now because I feel this energy that like we're kind of like stuck between like our head space and mind and heart space. We're kind of like in a conflict between these two, as most of the cards say the same. Like look at this card. Like this is the most obvious tarot cards that you can get. Like it tells. It just tells what it means. So I feel like you Sagittarians, you kind of want to start something, like a project or like an idea or even a lifestyle. You want to start something, but you're just so afraid of going forward with it because of past failures. Maybe you're like holding on to your past failures, like you wanted to do something but you are scared to do it again because you're holding on to your experience from the past. But the message is that it doesn't need to be that way because that was your experience just for the first time you did it, but it doesn't need to be the same. And it says that you need to deal with those deal with those emotions and fears you have about this situation, and it's not going to be like that anymore. And if you actually think about the situation and the decision you're going to make, there's nothing bad about the decision or that situation. It's just that you're reflecting your own fears and traumas onto the situation. So let's say if someone else who didn't have those experiences were to do that, they would do it without any of those thoughts. But the message here is that you need to deal with your fears and traumas regarding this decision. So I hope that resonates, Sagittarians.
yes. For Sag, what Dorsa is saying is, if I give it a different translation, is you're not aligned with your true self. So you guys know that usually you're very brave and you're willing to take chances. And if sometimes we get out of a line, we're kind of losing our true selves, and you're kind of further away from who you really are. So be conscious of that and be more conscious that the fear, that fearful character is not who you are. And you lived your life being so brave, and you have to continue doing that. And if you get into the judgment state that, oh, I made that decision before and the result wasn't good, what Dorsa is saying is it's a different timing, it's a different journey. You're at a different place. So don't look back and check your past experiences and still think that if you're doing the same thing, you're going to get the same result. But you guys are very brave. So come back to that feeling, that state of bravery.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so who's next? Scorpio? Should we go with
Scorpio.
Scorpio? Okay. I guess there's
And
someone
by the
here
way,
proposing to
Tisha,
you.
huh? What?
Someone's proposing to you in the comments.
Just ignore the comments. This is English channels, and everybody needs to write English, so we're just ignoring. Mersha June, weren't you here last time? We did Virgo, and if you miss it, if we have time, we'll do it. But last time we talked a lot about Virgos. Leo, Nilufar, Leo will be next, and then Capricorn, Nigara.
Okay.
Let's
Scorpions.
stay tuned with the energy of Scorpion.
Dear Scorpions, I feel like you guys you kind of crave this financial security and this secure space that you are abundant and you can spend your money abundantly and you feel safe that you have enough. You crave to want to be in that space and you are in that space. But it feels like you don't feel like it deep enough. Like you don't feel abundant, or you feel like you have to work really hard, or you have to put up with a lot of things that you don't want to just because you want that financial abundance and like safety in your life. And it's telling you that you don't have to deal with so many things that you don't want to, because abundance is your birthright. Like this is something that you were born to, and this is one of those like abundance issues has to do with one of those apps that Sujin talks about, like self-worth and you like being aware of what you're entitled to and what you are worthy of. Like you are worthy of abundance and something that you won't have to suffer for in order to attract like abundance and have that money for. And it's telling you that you should listen to your heart more, like tune into your heart space and listen to your emotions and deal with those. Because if you don't deal with your emotions about the resistance that you that come up when you are working towards money, it's gonna manifest in your life as lack, and that means that you're gonna manifest more working and resisting money in your life. I hope that's clear enough. But
Yeah, so
it's kind of,
basically, go
I'm just
ahead,
gonna
Dorsa.
add a little bit more and then you can go on to the joint. So it's telling me that you need to listen to your emotions and what you actually, yeah, you need to acknowledge your resistant emotions towards abundance. You need to work on those limiting beliefs. And because if you don't, because it's really, it seems as if you're really struggling, like it's affecting your sleep even. Maybe you're having dreams about this like working really hard doing something that you really don't want to do because of money. You're having sleeps because of it, and it's like disrupting your peace. But it's telling you that if you don't deal with your resistance, you're not gonna have that peace.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to, and the final message is that you have to practice gratitude. And if you practice gratitude, you will see that abundance is you already have what you want and what you're working for and what you're like putting so much effort into getting in. Being grateful for little things makes you realize that you already have everything that you need, and it also opens your eye to seeing more abundant and work opportunities around you, so you can attract it to your life without having to put so much effort in. So my message to you is that be more grateful and open your eyes to what you already have. And the more you realize the things you already have and be grateful for it, the more you attract those things into your life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what I can add to that is you should go with your heart. You're listening too much to your head. And because you are so much in your mind, um, you're using money or security as an excuse to expand yourself. So basically all the time I said often I see people say, oh, I trust in God, I trust in universe, but their actions doesn't show that. Okay. And this is one of those cases that money and security, if you really trust in universe and God, you know that it has always backed you up. But if you're gonna live your life small, if you're not gonna be brave and expand yourself to have more experiences, this thing is gonna backfire on you, because you're gonna be is going to create more anger inside of you. Why you're not being brave? You're using security, holding on to something that is no longer serving you, whether it's a job, whether it's in marriage, whatever it is. You're putting yourself in a place of unhappiness because you don't trust the universe enough that if you become brave and go fully whole heart centered, that the universe is going to surprise you and is going to show you that you're going to gain so much more and you're going to be experiencing so much more. So don't live your life small.
Yes, exactly. I wish we could also talk about law of attraction as well. Like,
Okay.
how can we cultivate more abundance into our lives
Mm-hmm.
and all of that?
Yeah, as you know, I often say that we are either born with a scarcity consciousness, lack and scarcity consciousness, or we're born with a wealth and prosperity consciousness. So at the moment, we have to really be honest with ourselves, look at the pattern of our thoughts, look at our feelings, look at our actions, and see, are we coming from lack and scarcity? Are we always worried that is not going to be enough? Or in our actions, are we always trying to be a hoarder? Look at our house and see how much stuff are we holding on to that we no longer need and we're not going to use, but because we are a hoarder, we keep holding on to it because some days I might be able to use it. So holding on to so much stagnated energy, right? And we don't spend money to live good, to feel good, to pamper ourselves. So if we're coming from scarcity consciousness, our actions, our thoughts, and our emotions shows that. So if he's sending that out according to law of attraction, the universe is only a mirror and is going to mirror us back. So if you're
Exactly.
holding on, if you look around you and see how much stuff have you kept from 10 years ago, clothes that you no longer wear, dishes and stuff that you no longer are using it, but you're still holding on to it, right? You got to let it go. You got to trust. Spend money so the universe knows that you're a giver and the universe will send back to you. So basically, I think the law of attraction, a part that maybe is often missing, is that they don't tell you what sort of consciousness are you coming with. Scarcity consciousness or prosperity consciousness. And remember, the universe only mirrors back to you, so you become more aware and conscious of what you need to change and to shift.
Exactly. And oftentimes we have so many deep-rooted limiting beliefs that kind of play out in our lives regarding to money or anything, relationships, abundance, everything, that we have to reflect on those limiting beliefs and change them. We could do it by acknowledging them and then moving towards a more positive approach to it, like with positive affirmations. You can shift our focus into changing that. And as Doris mentioned in a few lives back, she said we shouldn't underestimate the power of positive affirmations, because but first of all, you have to acknowledge what you already, like what you currently believe. But after that, if you affirm to yourself that this is where I want to go and this is what I am, the more you say it, the more your subconscious mind picks up on it and actually believes that that's you and that's where you're going and that's where you're going. So yeah, positive affirmations are very powerful, but it shouldn't be, it shouldn't be like a mask on top of negative emotions. Like, I'm not for
Mhm.
that, but it should be used in a good way.
Mhm.
So should we do another zodiac sign?
Mhm. By the way, guys, I blocked this person who's sending messages, but this is my message to all of you. If someone is writing comments and that you get distracted, what does that tell you guys? You're not fully present
Present.
here with me and Dorsa. You're reading the comments. Where are you? I blocked him, but I shouldn't have blocked him on purpose. I should have let him write comments, his proposal marriages to me, and you guys weren't supposed to get distracted. Okay? So where are you? Ask yourself, if someone is writing comments and I get distracted, where am I standing with myself? Are you here to listen to us, or are you here to read the comments and get distracted? So let's have next, after Scorpio, let's do Leo.
Leo. Okay. Message for Leos. Okay. Leos, I feel like you guys kind of, you need to love yourself more, in a sense that when you're in a group of friends, you might, like when you're with your friend says something and you get triggered, you tend to take that thing personally. But it's telling you that it's not you, and like that's not the real you. And the thing that you're getting triggered of means that that part of you needs more attention and more love. So it's actually coming to surface. It's actually you're getting triggered by, so that you can love it more and integrate it with yourself so you can love yourself more as a whole person. So if you get triggered in certain situations, be it with friends or work situations or anything, it's not that they're necessarily bad people or they give you bad vibes. It's mostly a message for you to go within and look at those parts of yourself and love them and integrate them within you. Because once you integrate that parts of you, you will no longer get triggered by those. And that triggering, that thing that triggers you, is not going to even come to your attention because you have integrated that part into you. So it's telling you that don't avoid situations that trigger you, because it feels as if you're like avoiding it just because you feel bad. But it says that you need to, yeah, in
So
order to
let
be
me
like
add a part
emotionally
to here, Dorsa.
sure.
Leos, you guys have a habit of giving unwelcome opinion to others. You guys love to be teachers. You guys love to coach others. You coming full heartedly. That's beautiful about you. But remember, everyone doesn't need your advice. So if someone is not asking you for advice, even though you think that you know better than them, and by giving out this advice, it would help them better their lives, stop. They don't ask you for your opinion. They're not asking you for your advice. So basically, what Dorsa is saying, another translation will be, don't give out your opinion where it's not needed, because they're going to get upset and then you're going to get hurt and you're going to be in your bubble like, why are these people don't want me to help them out? You can't help someone if they don't need help. And it took me a long time. I'm not a Leo, as you know, but it took me a long time to realize that. To
Same.
Yeah, to hold my advice until someone really asked for it. And now I moved on even a step further. If someone asks for my opinion and I think they're not going to use it, I'm not going to give it. I'm just going to say, you know, it doesn't matter if you're asking for my opinion, but I know that you're not going to use it, so it's going to be useless. And if they insist on, no, please give it to me, I'm going to do it, then give them my advice. So always remember, hold your opinion to yourselves and don't solicit because people are not asking for it. And then you're going to get upset why they're not listening to you and you're only trying to help, but they're not asking for your help. Okay, Dursa.
Exactly. And to kind of add to that, if someone is ready to learn something, they would learn without you even have to try to teach them. They would just pick it up and they will like start writing notes before even you like having the intention of like giving them advice or anything. So it's just a perception, like a perspective thing. It's not, yeah.
So
So.
Moral says, please me because it's my month of Gemini.
Geminis. Okay. And
Oh, what's the date
personally,
today? Did we end Taurus? Did we already get into Gemini? What's the date today?
I think tomorrow is the first day of Gemini season.
What is the date?
In like Persian calendar,
No English?
21st of May.
21st, yeah. Okay, so let's do Gemini.
Okay, Geminis. I feel like you guys are very in your headspace. Like you, and like it's going really fast. It's like, it's really fast. And it's so funny how this card pops up because this card sign is also Gemini. and like it has a symbol of swords because they're like so like mental, and sword is a symbol of like being very like, you know, direct and like so in your headspace. So it says that you're so in your head and like you're going in spirals, and like you think about one thing and that leads to another thought, and that leads to another thought and another emotion, and then it's just like you think about something and you end up putting yourself in a situation of panic or an emotion that you don't want to be in the first place, but you just do that. And it says, and I feel like you do that because you're afraid that you're not going to be happy in family life or love. But let me tell you, don't worry about it. Like, the more you, like, you gotta practice silencing your thoughts, because the more you give energy to your thoughts, the worse you're gonna feel. Like, it says that the more you think and you go like this guy, like fast and furious into thoughts, the less you're gonna be like close to this space of emotional happiness. Like, see how they're together and they have like they're a happy family and they're very emotionally fulfilled. Like, this card is a symbol of harmony. So yeah, it says the more you're in your head, the further away you're from harmony and emotional happiness. And you kind of have these other thoughts about like financial security, like in order to have a happy love. I feel like most of the Geminis we have are males here. Like, I feel like a male energy, or you need to work on your relationship with your masculine side that needs to like provide or whatever. It says that you kind of like, it's really similar to the message that I told the Scorpio guys. Like, you really have this like a mentality that you have to work for money, but you don't have to. Like, even if you want to have a happy family life, happy home, you don't have to have like, you don't have to struggle for that job to get that money so that you can provide for your family. You don't need any of that to have a happy home life. It says that you already have what you want. Like, you are this magician. You have everything. It's just that you need to manifest it. You need to believe. You need to speak it into existence, because the more you're in your thoughts, the further away from actually speaking the things you want into manifestations. You're actually speaking these lack mentalities into reality. So why not shifting into a more positive space and a more abundant space, and then more abundant space. Like, this is the king of coins that has all the money. So the more you affirm and believe that you are this guy who has all the money and everything is provided for him, and speak it into existence, the happier you will be, and you will have this without the struggle that you think you have to go through. I hope that makes sense for fellow
Yes,
Geminis.
absolutely. She says, wow. So someone asked a question, what does Chiron in Gemini mean? Chiron, as you remember last time I said, I
It's the
call it,
wounded healer.
yes, the wounded healer. So Chiron, wherever Chiron sits, that means you need to pay attention, and whatever is the representation of the sign or the house needs to pay more attention to get healed. There is some wounding there that needs to get healed. So Gemini, as we know them, they're the twins, sort of like split personalities. Geminis are two faces. They could be extremely happy. They want to be in their best zone and kind and stuff. And then they flip and they become that person that's kind of going after revenge and upsets and da da da. So, as you guys know from my teaching that I said we all are born as twins, but Gemini kind of get this a double click here. So if the Chiron is sitting there, as you know, the planet of Gemini is Mercury. Fast movement, thinking. They're very much into their mind. We have many geniuses as Geminis. Their mind is working very quickly. So if you have this split personality and the Chiron is sitting there, the way I look at it is how much of these twins are under control. Like, is it like when the kind part of me kicks in, I become so motherly and go so much out of my way that I end up being a victim? And when my other side of sort of like unpleasant kind of jealous and betrayal comes up, do I become vicious? How much of this side goes more towards negativity rather than its positive aspect of it? You see what I'm saying? So it's all about the teaching of the balance of how far do I let this elastic to go, because at the beginning I could be very kind and compassionate, but I don't get it to the point that I'm going to walk around and connect to everyone's wound and start crying for everyone, and then thinking that I'm a very emotional person, but yet I'm sending out so many negative energy out. And if it comes to the other side, how jealous, how competitive, how vicious do I become in life when I want to achieve something? Do I hold everyone's hands and I say, as a community, we move together? Or do I try to kick everyone else and then move ahead alone? So that's what I mean. You got to see that duality, how you manage it. And in each part, are you using the middle side, which is going to benefit you and is going to benefit the whole humanity? Or do you really let it go extend to the part that is not beneficial for you, neither for anyone else?
It's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's kind of good if those twins work together in harmony. You have twice the power to move something forward. But if those twins are not in balance with each other, it's just gonna like keep you off the track. Like if we look at it as like these two horses that we're like riding on like a saddle or something, if they have the same speed and if they go forward in the same speed and harmony, you're gonna get there faster and safer. But like if they go different places, you're just gonna like trip and go backwards.
Dorsa, would you respond to Ladan's question?
Yes. So yeah, so most of the tarot readings are timeless. So whenever you read it, it's for that moment. So it doesn't matter if I read it for now, for this moment. If you listen to it like in the next 2 weeks, but if you listen to it, it means that that message is for you. And the messages that we say that we're doing this message for Scorpio, Taurus, Gemini, but the messages I'm actually giving you are helping all of us in all zodiac signs. Like basically all the messages I'm telling you guys are helping me too, are messages for me too, and all of you guys too. It's just that it's a matter of perspective. Like this is a perspective that I'm seeing and I'm giving you guys so you guys would have more clarity about a situation. But at the end of the day, it's all a matter of choice. Like if you choose to take this perspective and act on it, or if you don't want to. So I hope that answers your
Dorsa,
question.
I think if Ladan clear this out, I think what she means is, even if you're reading for Gemini,
Mhm.
the person who's asking or the person who's sending the request, is her energy affecting the whole reading?
Um, I don't think so because I just do it for Gemini. Like I have this message for Gemini. I ask for Gemini and then I have I get these messages that I tell you guys. But sometimes when I do like personal readings for like each person, I kind of tune into that person's energy and then I kind of channel the message based on the cards and that person's energy. For example, last week we had this person, we were doing cards and I got this like three of swords, the one in the heart that I showed you. I actually felt that this person was actually feeling those emotions. It
Yeah.
didn't affect me that much, but sometimes like I feel those emotions and then in order to be able to understand and tell her what those messages are and how she can deal with those emotions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the person, for instance, if Zora is asking for Scorpio, her energy is not affecting individually, is not affecting the reading, but is for the whole collective groups of that we're reading.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to Capricorn for Nigara.
Okay.
Capricorn is my sister sign as Taurus. Capricorn is earth sign and also Virgo. So they're my sister sign. Capricorns are the goat that needs to take the success ladders up. Safety, security, same thing as Taurians. Building stuff, they're builders. Capricorns are extremely competitive because for Capricorns, they have to win. It's very important to win, right? I don't know how helpful. I mean, I would say Taurians are more helping others to become successful. Capricorns are more competitive. They would rather push everyone else away to get to the top first. Yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead, Dorsa.
So the message I'm getting for Capricorns is that you you are very goal oriented. Like you have these wishes and like goals in your mind, and you try to keep your balance, like the balance between heart space and mind space in your effort to get to those goals. But sometimes your ego gets in the way and it doesn't let things just flow smoothly, because I feel like you guys have this issue with like going with the flow. Like you need to always have plans and whenever you don't have plans you kind of freak out because you're like, oh my god, how is this gonna work out? How do I go about this? I don't know what's gonna happen. But this is telling you that you need to have more trust in the universe and yourself and the flow of life. Like once you have, like, first of all, having a goal is really important and good. It's the first step in your going towards something. And once you have that goal, you just gotta, you are taking those steps, but you also got to remember that sometimes you need to let go and go with the flow. If everything doesn't go according to the plan, that's okay. Be able to be flexible and allow those changes or turns that they might actually be useful in your past. They might actually, don't look at them as if they're taking you more like away from your goal. They're actually taking you somewhere more beautiful that is so much, like, it's your goal but so much better than you thought. It's just that you have to trust and follow your intuition mostly. It mostly says that you need to listen to your intuition and kind of sometimes take a step back and observe things. If like maybe if you're putting like, I don't know, 100 hours per week into this project and you're not seeing any results, maybe you should take a step back and observe everything, observe how you feel, maybe go for a walk to get some inspiration. It's going to make a lot of difference.
Yeah, Capricorns are very practical.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm getting right now is you're so structured right now that turn you into becoming rigid and you're not fun anymore. So you turn into some robot that gets up in the morning and is just do. And you're not fun anymore, friends. So what Dorsa is saying, loosen up, have some fun, enjoy life, and start to become what I'm saying right now is that you're so rigid, like you're so dense and constricted. You need to loosen up, to flow, to become more airy. And in order for
Exactly.
us to flow, we have to trust the universe.
Exactly.
Let's
Thank
move
you for
on.
clarifying it.
Huh?
Thank you for clarifying it. Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome, honey. Dorsa, let's show each card so we get familiarized with the cards also. And let's do Pisces. And keep in mind, guys, we only have a few more minutes left. And if we didn't get to finish everyone, Tuesday we're going to have another card reading with Doris. And I'm going to see Dorsa. Can you join that live as well?
Sure.
Okay. So Tuesday, guys, we're going to have another lives and we're going to get more into it.
Okay.
I think Pisces would be the last one for today. And then we will see you guys again on Tuesday.
Okay. So, message for Pisces. Oh, it's so funny. The symbol of this card is actually Pisces too. Like, see, with the fish. It's telling me that you guys are actually very in your Pisces energy, like how the Pisces are, like very into their own world and like very sensitive and like very water, like very flowy and all. And it's having a message for you that you need to have more inspirations. Sorry.
Dorsa, let me just get in here till you clear your throat.
Yes, thank
Um,
you.
I was just thinking if we mix right now the energy of Pisces as she's speaking, if we mix the Piscean with the Capricorn that we just talked
Balance.
about, you get the middle. Okay, so right now Piscean is extremely watery. You're all over the place, swimming here and there, without any directions, without any clarity of where you're going. You're too much watery and too much in a flow. Capricorn is too restrict and too rigid, so you guys have joined and come to the middle, and then you both have balance.
Yes. And to add more to that, it's so funny. We got the same card for Capricorn too. The card that you need to like loosen up. Maybe go for a walk or like have some inspiration. For Capricorn it was mostly about like loosening up, but for Pisces it's more like just get out, go for a walk, as if like do some activity, like do something. And it also has the message that you need to develop more Aries qualities, because it feels like, because this card is Aries, and it feels as if you're more into your like emotions and like you're very flowy and like very fluid, and it's telling you that you need to have more fire in you. You need to like take action. You need to like get going with your goals, because that's what you need at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what gonna lead you to your wishes and your goals.
She said,
So
she said exactly. There you go. Yeah.
yeah.
Remember, guys, at the end is all about balance, balance, balance. We have to constantly bring ourselves into the middle. Dorsa, did we read Aries last time we did a join live?
I don't think so, but we can do it now as
Okay,
our
let's do
wrap
let's
up.
do Aries because Isabel is gonna drive us crazy. She doesn't get her card right. So Aries would be the last card of the deck. I think we did, or maybe I did it with Doris. Isabel, were you with us Tuesday when we did the card reading with Doris? I think we talked about Aries.
We can do just like a
Yeah.
quick two card thing, just to like have a quick message for Aries.
Okay. Guys, remember also these lives that we're doing, it's not really card readings. These are guided. So, for
Exactly.
instance, as you know, Dorsa and I, we tune in and tap in with our guys to give you the message. We are the messengers. So this is not an ordinary card reading. We're actually telling you something much bigger that's coming from your higher selves. Okay.
Exactly. So it's really funny how you talked about balance, and for the last two signs, we've been getting more messages about how you should reach balance. You should be more fiery. You should have more fun. And now we also got the card of balance too again. And do you remember the example for the horses? How we should like have them, ride them in the same kind of tone. This card is kind of like showing that like these two horses should be in the same kind of. You should ride them in the same um, tone. You know what I mean? Like balance, basically. And it's
So go ahead.
also another card for balance. Like, see, it's like he's pulling his emotions from this cup to his cup, but he also has his foot on the ground. It means that he's in touch with his emotions, but he's also grounded, and he has his third eye open. So he's like getting messages from above. So I'm getting this message that you're kind of afraid to let go and trust the divine with everything. And you're kind of, yeah, I feel like you don't trust in the universe. You don't have trust in the universe, in the bigger um, energy, that kind of like the creator. You don't have trust in that. And you get so many signs that you should cultivate this trust. You should work on your trust with the universe, but you kind of ignore it. Like, look at this card. It's like it's showing you so many signs that you need to trust in the universe, but you're just like sitting there like, I don't care. I don't. This is not right. And also with abundance. Like, look, there's so much abundance, and the universe is giving you so much, but you're not looking. Like, you have your back to all that there is. I'm sorry.
So what I'm getting is your focus and attention is somewhere else. You're not grounded. Okay, so basically, um, as the first example, let's see you're riding two horses at the same time. This is what I'm getting visionary. Balancing out two horses, you kind of have one leg on one horse and another leg on another horse. And you're trying to manage and get these two horses to go with the same speed. But actually, you're not on neither one of these. You're like on air, underneath you is nothing. You're just trying to have one leg here and one leg here. So the first thing you need to do, you need to ground yourself, Aries. Now, the second part is extremely difficult to try to manage two horses at the same time to get them to the same level. It's a lot of pressure on you to do this. Also, remember, if I'm trying to get two horses at the same level, there's a lot of pressure. I need to be watching and be very aware constantly. And this gives me a lot of anxiety and fear. What if I can't? What if I don't really have this ability of balancing out these two? And if one horse goes faster, you're going to be stretched and you're going to fall down, right? So what I'm getting right now is you're trying to keep your image outside that you have it all together. It's a false, fake image that you're trying so hard to keep. And inside of you, you don't believe who you are. Listen to me, Aries, very carefully to see what I'm saying. Okay? You're wasting a lot of time to create a false image out there, and then internally you don't believe who that image is, and it's putting a lot of pressure on you to keep and hold on to that image. And you're constantly worried, what if they find out that I am a fake? That's a lot of pressure. So what you need to do is ask yourself, why do you care so much to have that perfection vision of you out there? You need to learn to let it go. You need to learn to not give a hoot about what anyone thinks of you. That's the first step. Secondly, now you come to yourself after you didn't care anymore. Now you need to get deep inside of you and start to like yourself more and accept yourself more, because you need to be the first who's doing everything. You want to be the first one who's doing it. And you're very childish in a way, because as I said last time, now I remember, it was in the live that I did with Doris, and I said Aries are the first sign of the zodiacs and we call them the babies. You're not spiritually very mature and awakened. So right now you need to work on being more authentic, to be the real true version of yourself, and to love that who you really are, and stop caring about what's out there.
I feel like it's a really good message for every zodiac sign. Just to like love yourself just the way you are, and once you actually accept your authentic self and you love it, you don't even care about what other people think, because you are the one who matters and you love yourself, and that radiates, and all you see is so much love and acceptance from other people, because you mirror what you believe in other people, you see it in other people.
Mm-hmm. But also remember, it's when we make a false picture out there, Dorsa, is a lot of pressure to try to hold on to that picture. And there's also this fear that what if they find out that I'm fake?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of fear there.
Yeah,
So
I sometimes feel like that too.
I used
It's
to.
called the imposter syndrome. And
I used to
it's
Dorsa. Hmm.
yeah, it's from the it's definitely from the unworthiness. Like, am I good enough to be doing this? Are they gonna see me like this? Are they gonna love me if I actually show my true face?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, okay, we're going to end this live, guys. And we're going to see you again. Let me see what's today, Friday, Saturday. I believe our next, no, sorry, Sunday. Sunday, I'm doing a live, I think is with Simone, Sunday, 11:30. So I see you all there as usual. Don't forget to like, share, and write comments. And also, these are going to be on YouTube pretty soon. So don't forget, whoever is signing up for my English YouTube channel, Sudhi Burnett English, is going to receive a gift from me, a file, whatever you guys like, and then loads of comments. And this is my question for you guys: why is it so hard to get you guys to write a comment? I
Just
mean,
let us know what you really liked about this live under in the comments. Let us know what you liked the most in the comments.
we keep asking that, Dorsa, but we're having somehow our people are blocked. They can't write comments. We need you to overcome this and keep writing comments to help Instagram to find out that these lives are good, and Instagram is going to show it to other people. So I need your help, guys. I need you to at least write 10, 20 comments under each lives or story. And that's the way for Instagram to show us to more people. Isabel, did you hear what I said? I need you guys to write 20, 30 comments under each live's posts and stories. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dorsa Love. I'll see you
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye,
Bye,
honey.
Sidi June. Bye,
Bye, lovey.
everyone.
Bye, bye.